yeah, makes me feel real good about my life and my choice of hobby.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone, and welcome into Money Shift Sim Series round number 8. We are in Brands Hatch, driving a classic Datsun 240Z. I am Mitchell. Joined with me today is Austin. Austin, how are you doing, my man?
Good, buddy. Can't wait to reminisce on this great race. Complete pain in the ass.
Yeah, that was kind of the sentiment for the general field, I think.
Yeah.
But what do we know about this one? Brands Hatch, that's in England. Oh no, look at car number 8 there. Oh man.
Immediately.
Yep, I saw it right before it started. His wheels turned to the right a little bit. Oops.
The noise of these cars is hideous.
You don't like it?
No. It sounds like a bunch of mosquitoes.
It's a Miata type of sound to me.
That's fair. Good point. Yeah, Brands Hatch, West Kingdom in England. I was doing a little research on this track. Apparently it used to be an F1 course until like late 80s. People decided that it was not an ideal track for that type of a race. And then that someone implemented a 6:30 noise curfew on the track.
I actually learned that just probably like last week. I was watching some touring car deal there, and that was their main consideration. They had to get the race in before 6:30 because of the curfew. And they said it's not even that you have to be done racing by 6:30. It's like no cars are running on track after 6:30. That would be above the noise threshold. So, interesting.
Yeah, kind of bizarre to think that there's a track out there that has to worry about how loud the cars are on it. Now that I say that, I'm sure that's actually pretty popular across the country these days. A lot of neighborhoods getting built around them and stuff. Garbage.
Yeah, it's funny how you build a house around a racetrack and then you complain that the racetrack is loud, huh?
Right. Yeah, the racetrack is the problem. Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, weird. It's not that you're going after the land, right? It's this track is a nuisance.
Yeah. Speaking of a nuisance, the turn 1 of this track, which maybe we can catch a glimpse of it coming up here, supposedly notorious for everybody hating the setup on it, because I'm guessing right there, you come out of pit and you gotta somehow worry about the car going downhill and kind of unloading on the suspension, right?
Yeah, well, and the pit lane's just kind of in a weird spot because you come out of it on the right-hand side and like immediately exit the pit lane onto the racing line. So you have to really trust that the person coming blazing down the straight sees you and identifies and changes their line to suit that, because otherwise you're basically a sitting duck. And the way it's shaped, yeah, you pretty much unload everything and have no grip, and yeah.
As if turn 1 isn't notorious for being already real sketchy, you throw in that off-camber situation where it's unloading the suspension, and it just makes everything worse.
But it's super satisfying when you get it done, and you get it done right.
If you can get it done right, yeah, agreed.
If. Big if. Especially with these cars. This is a 1970 Datsun 240Z. You got any more information on that?
Weighing in at a 2,300 pound car, and I'm sure that's probably equivalent to like a Miata or something along those lines. Pushes only like 150 horsepower, so pretty minimal, but they're sweet cars. The hardest thing about this was that it was just so what's the word I'm looking for? It's not advanced, right? There's no traction control. I don't think there were. Oh, there was ABS.
We did have ABS.
I had a setup that did not have ABS. I found out later, which was great.
Yeah. So I looked it up real fast. The 2023 Mazda MX-5 Miata Club specs, curb weight is 2,341 pounds. So that was pretty accurate to that.
Yeah.
But you're right, no traction control. We do have ABS. But we had another disadvantage, the pair of us, and you blame me for it, but it wasn't like I intentionally screwed you up and kept it myself.
No. We both had our own issue. Just a quick interjection here. We accidentally set up our cars with, was it vintage slicks? No, it
Yeah.
was regular slicks.
Yeah, so here, let me quiz you real fast. Choosing between 1970s, 80s vintage hard slicks or a modern semi-slick, which do you think would be quicker?
Hands down, all day I would pick the modern slick.
And that's what most of us did until someone decided to goof off, put on the vintage 1980s hard, and went 2 seconds a lot faster. Or I think it was about 1 second on the Indy circuit.
Still
But-
substantial. And like,
Yeah.
how the hell?
So runners, current position, I'm fourth, you're seventh. We were at that disadvantage where everyone else was running a better tire than us, and for some reason the setup that got shared didn't have the correct tires on it. So then when I sent it to you didn't have the right tires on it, and yours didn't even take over the analog brakes. So you're running no ABS and the wrong tires. So
I was having a great time, and I'm sure you will see many of my fails during this race.
yeah,
great.
I fought and clawed, and it was amazing, in practice, going from, running what I thought were good laps. Oh, goodness. I guess we don't get to watch that, but I think that was Johnson Johansson trying to go the wrong way through turn one there.
Turns out you shouldn't do that.
Turns out going straight is faster, huh?
Yeah. I mean, back to your point about the tire situation, these cars have like a 0 to 60 time of like 8 seconds. So every advantage you can get to try to maintain speed in this car is significant. So I know that I don't think we ended last. I feel like we were still like middle of the pack, weren't we?
Yeah, so I'd say mid to back is about where we finished here.
I'll try
you
to
can
feel
see
better
right
about
now,
it.
Chad's on my back bumper.
Is this Chad in the orange?
And there he goes. Yeah, of course Chad's
yeah.
orange. Chad is orange. But I will say I did win the what's the kids' term this day? The drip game with my livery.
Yeah.
Ran the
Looking
damn-
pretty clean.
Oh my gosh! I mean that white and light blue. That's beautiful.
Money.
Money shift.
Nice.
Oh,
I
see,
what you
look
did
how
there.
good I am sitting on the beach over there.
Yeah, just soaking up the rays.
Oh yes, but Chad goes through in the fourth, and that's about the last time I see him.
Back to just talking about the racing for a second. I feel like this track only had like one racing line that worked. Yes, you could create your own line to pass people, but like to really get the best time, there wasn't a whole lot of variations you could do. What do you think?
I feel like if you're passing someone, you could put your car in the right spot and kind of force something to happen. For instance,
Yeah.
you get a better exit out of that last turn down the straight, you get to the inside outside and make them change their line. You could take them into the next hairpin, or a lot of it was getting out of the corner right and getting the run on them that way, and getting the pass done.
True.
But yeah, pretty much after Druids, it was pretty difficult. You could maybe the next left-hander, I believe it's called like a Grand Hill Bend or something like that.
Mhm.
If you got a good run there, you could send something up the inside and make something. But after that, yeah, you have a couple S's and then the long turn, and your lap's done.
Right.
But it was also
Grizzle.
such a short lap. We're running Johansson right there. His last lap was a 53 something. So 20 lap race, we're gonna do 21, 22 laps, something like that. So you still get a lot of opportunities. It's just all in the same spot, and you have to execute over and over.
Felt like forever, those 21 laps. Like,
I
was
don't
just
know
slowly
what
dying.
we ended up finally doing. I don't remember. I guess this was a 25-minute race, so
Mhm.
we're north of that even. We probably, and then with the +1, we probably ran 28 laps. Ooh, some contact there.
Yeah. It seemed like it rewarded you if you committed, but it was punishing if you like were hesitant in any other ways. Like, oh,
Oh goodness.
who do we got there? Was that me?
I think that's Alpha.
Alpha? Okay.
I believe
good.
so.
I did that at least
And
3 times.
I would say that might have been the time that he decided he had enough.
Decides to leave.
Yep. Hey,
Alpha
look at this great
rage
livery,
quit.
though. That blue, just fantastic.
It's too bad we didn't get to just sit and appreciate it a little bit longer.
I know. Oh, look, who's cutting the corner there?
Might have been
That's
me.
cheating, that is.
I don't even remember what my car looked like, honestly. I was so focused on just trying to get through the laps.
Yeah. Ooh, let's look at that blue. Look at those stripes. Oof.
It does look pretty good. Does that say
does,
Retro
right?
Hobby on there somewhere?
It does not have Retro Hobby on there.
Ah, jeez.
But
Sponsored by Retro Hobby,
Yeah.
even though it's not on the car.
well, it is sponsored by Retro Hobby. It's not, I mean, they didn't directly give me any money for this race, but, you know.
Yeah.
Next time, Retro Hobby is going to be on the car. Not the next race, but the next series. Whatever we're driving there. We haven't quite... We're deciding that tomorrow. And then we'll have basically 1 week to make a bunch of really cool skins. Plan on doing a video reveal on all those. Hopefully that's going to be a really cool deal that everyone gets to see. But we're going bigger and better for
Yep.
what's essentially next week right now. Because we're about to race round 10.
That's right. And I feel like anything is bigger and better as long as it doesn't include this car.
I really, really was hoping that this car was going to be great racing and tons of fun, because Retro Hobby, Retro Car, I don't see a lot of people racing these online. I was really,
now.
really hoping that this was going to be a success and fun. And
Overall,
you can
success.
see by the timesheet right now that nobody's battling.
Which is bizarre, because I mean, like we
there's-
said, it's not a fast car, and typically the slower cars tend to keep everybody grouped up together, as you'll see in a coming video, but yeah, this one was kind of an oddball.
Well, see, I think it was a slow car, but stuff like that right there that we just watched Zeus lose the rear end, it was so easy to do that in these.
That's fair.
So I think that was what it is that the people are a little bit more refined at keeping the car going the right direction. That's an interesting camera angle.
Yeah, what the hell?
I don't think the cameras were quite set up properly on these either, so
Yeah.
another demerit as to why to not use the 240s for a full series, unfortunately.
Very unfortunate. I really wanted to love this car, but it truly became, I would say, maybe even my kryptonite. But with the right tire setup, maybe some ABS.
The right tires
that
and
would help.
ABS, maybe we're at least battling.
Yeah.
And the same thing with Chad and myself. He's got about 16 seconds ahead of me. If those tires were somewhere around a second a lap, probably a little bit closer there. So
Right.
very disappointing that was the case, because
Not only did you have to worry about the cars getting in contact because it would just ruin your day, but like even just going off track on this course was detrimental, except for just a few places. Like right up here after this turn is like the only place I can think of I could go off track and still manage to recuperate.
Yep. And actually, in real life, this probably comes from that same video that I was telling you about I learned about the curfew. In real life, they have a little bar on the outside of some of these corners, like Graham Hill Bend or whatever this one is. Right
Sure.
there on that extra runoff area, there's a sensor that if you hit it, it takes a photo of you, and it's a track limits penalty.
Oh, no way.
So basically, you hit that, you've gone too far.
Yeah, technology snitching on you, huh?
Exactly, and I think there's another spot on the Indy circuit where they had that as well, but that was the one that stuck with me. That it could have been right here coming out of Druids, right there. Ooh, who's that behind me? Just absolutely having a time.
Is that
Oh,
me?
it's Jesse, the
Oh,
leader.
Jesse. Oh, he's about to lap you, huh?
Oh yeah,
That's how we know we really effed up.
right. Yeah. We are 15 minutes in, and I am a full lap down.
Gosh. That's crazy to think about. I mean, that means he was doing consistently, what, 10 seconds, 15 seconds faster each lap?
Yeah.
20?
Is it? It's probably, if we're going 55 seconds over 15 laps, yeah, it's like over 3 seconds faster per lap.
That sucks.
Yeah, makes me feel real good about my life and my choice of hobby. And
Yeah.
speaking of hobby, visit retrohobby.com for all your hobby needs.
Specifically, diecast. We got plenty of that stuff. Check it out.
Yep. We'll expand at some point here, but right now it's a lot of diecast, some model stuff, some other stuff, but we're working on it.
We gotta get some RC cars. Like, let's go and set up a little track that we can have at the warehouse, you know. And
Yeah, we need to do RC cars. We need to have slot racing. I kind of want to do the slot drag racing. That looks super awesome to me.
absolutely. Put together our own little homemade track and see what we can come up with for like tournaments.
Yeah, how cool would that be though to have all the drag racing? You know,
It'd be
that
great.
Scene get built around where we're at in the middle of Kansas.
Right. Way better, cost effective compared to sim racing and something to do in the wintertime.
I almost think that we could get into the sim racing game as well. Stock some of that.
That'd be neat. Got a 3D printer and CNC machine. Try to come up with our own accessories too.
Yeah, see, that's honestly, I'd given that some thought. Like, maybe we need to produce some accessories and kind of just supplement it instead of selling the exact deals, exact components and stuff.
Yeah, if
Yeah,
anyone
we don't
listening
have
has some-
manufacturing capabilities to build a direct drive wheel or anything like that, but little things that just make that life easier, we can do that.
That's right. If any of you listening have any ideas, drop it in the comments.
There you
Also,
go.
speaking of dropping in the comments, if you would like to join our racing series and come and race with us, please leave your comment down below and we will get you at it. We got, the end of this series is coming up here pretty soon, but we have another mini-series that we're going to be starting in the very, very near future. And we would love to have a bigger field, so come join.
Yep, we call it a mini series. It's not going to be that short. I think we're looking at 8 races potentially,
8?
so
yeah, that's perfect.
It's pretty darn close to the length of this one. We were doing 10 for this one, but the next one's going to be probably one make. I don't know, we just had a little discussion about maybe halfway through swapping and going to 2 different kinds of cars. That could
That'd
be
be neat.
really interesting.
Yeah, go to something that's nice and slow to something like crazy GT3 kind of deal.
I don't think we want to go to that fast.
Oh, okay. Well, give me a little bit of a perspective here. What are we trying to compare?
So right now, as I said, the vote ends tomorrow. Right now we have basically 4 cars for choices.
Okay.
We have the Cupra Leon that you will see next week. We have the GT3 cars like we had at Watkins Glen. We also were looking at the Radical, and then one of the Ginetta cars, or Ginetta is what I keep hearing it. I say Ginetta because gin, but there's a Super Cup version or the GT4 version, and I like the Ginetta personally. The testing I did on that, I feel like that's going to be good fun, close racing, but it's going to be one of those 4. But we also talked about the fact that if we pick one, say we go 4 races in and then swap to another car, who knows? Maybe our leader right now, Jesse, is seconds faster in the Radical, and then he's seconds slower in the Ginetta or something. How cool would that be to have the catch up in the second half of the season when regulations change?
Yeah, in that case, I'm going to have to think of what car I'm very proficient at, and we should definitely do that for the second set of cars.
Yeah, you decide, find the most obscure one, practice the snot out of it, and then just say, this is it.
Yeah,
This is
and then
my
make
time.
everybody else race with me. Yeah, I like that. Kind of like the Cupra and Jesse. Just kidding.
Oh, see,
I'm kidding.
we'll see that tomorrow.
Yeah.
I feel like there was, I think he got a little lucky.
He got
with
away from the
Cupras.
pack. Yeah.
That's
One.
yeah.
Go ahead.
I say I'll try and leave it at that and leave a little bit of a little
Foreshadowing.
cliffhanger. But he got lucky and escaped some drama.
Yeah. Man, if you can just get away from the pack in the first lap or so, you are pretty much set for the rest of the race.
Yep.
Shouldn't say set, but you are at a huge advantage compared to all the other peasants in the back trying to battle it out for a clear line.
All I can say, there was a ton of awesome racing with the Cupras. And
Yeah.
we will have it on display next week.
Highly anticipated race. Check it out. It's going to be top tier. It's wheel to wheel like you have never seen. We are.
Yes.
I don't want to spoil it, but we were
I don't
doing a
want
lot
to
of
yeah,
tapping.
So I wasn't even going to say that, Jesse escapes the pack. I was going to leave it just as he got lucky.
I mean, he might have escaped the pack because he spun out and got in last. That'd be just up his alley,
That would not be lucky then.
Hey, walking away without an accident, whether you're winning or losing, lucky. Take it from me, I'm Crash.
I will let you know that I had one contact from the Cupras, and it was someone running into the back of me.
Wow, that's good.
So I made zero contact on my own, but
Does it count if I made contact and none of it was, like, because of me?
all I'll say is that you guys had a lot more contact spots than I did.
Yeah. Should have been using
But-
protection, that's for sure.
Yeah. Anyway, back to this one.
Yeah, sorry. All
We're
right,
very
off
spread out.
that. We are. Unfortunately, look at those time gaps. Jesus.
It might be around this point, we might see it, that I spin out again, and I say something over the voice, and you're like, are you a red car? You a red car or something like that? Like, thought you were catching me. I was like,
Yeah.
no, I'm blue.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see anyone behind me.
I was just wishing that I had you up in my sights, but no, it was a mirage. I don't know if I was about to lap somebody or what the case was, but yeah,
I think you were catching Zeus. I think
Yeah.
is what it ended up being.
yeah, I'm not gonna miss this track. I'm not gonna miss this car. Maybe I'll revisit it with a different vehicle.
It was a very analog experience.
Yeah,
put
that's
it
a
that
good way to
way.
say it. Yeah, I like it.
It's,
wonder
it
what one
was,
of these
it was
sounds like.
going back in time a little bit.
Yeah. I kind of want to hear one blow up, just like out of curiosity. Like, what RPM can this thing hang at? I'd probably guess like 11,000. It would see it one time and then self-destruct.
I don't know. Now that I think about it, I don't know what kind of RPMs it was putting out. One
I
thing I
think
do
we-
remember, and I don't know if we'll be able to see it on any of these inward cameras, but the tachometer was slow,
Yeah.
kind of like an older car would be, where it's not reading it perfectly every second or whatever. It would jump.
Yeah, I do recall that. And the RPM I was paying attention to because I was comparing it to the Coyote engine platform, and it's somewhere around the 7,500 is where this revved out to.
Nice.
Now you can see 10,000 RPM at the very top of that red line.
Oh,
so
yeah.
You'll see it once. And then kaboom.
I think you just escaped the sand there.
Did I?
It looked
Surprising.
like it. It looked like you were taking back off. So,
Oh.
well, maybe not if you were passing or getting passed.
I mean, it's Jesse.
Was that Jesse?
I thought I saw Jesse on his name.
No, that's Jake Sleeg.
Frickin' State Farm.
Jake from State Farm.
We're missing out on Jake from State Farm on the podcast. It's been a while since we've gotten to talk to him. We'll have to get him back on here.
Yeah, he's been busy. Turns out when you are... Oh, goodness.
Oh, hey, is that me?
It's not you. It's Chad.
Oh.
I didn't realize this happened. Not that it would have mattered. I mean, I'm still, 30
Right.
seconds back?
I
Somehow
did
I'm getting further back. I wonder if that will adjust as I get closer. But, yeah, no chance. But, yeah,
No.
turns out when a bunch of snow and ice and things hit, you have to work on more things in his line of work, so...
Yeah. Job security, we call that.
It's not a bad thing to have.
No.
Oh,
no.
see, that's why I didn't catch him at all.
What?
I was just doing
you
a
spun
photo shoot for our adoring fans.
You picked a really good place for it. Lots of trees, green grass.
Beautiful location.
It is. It is.
Oh,
I prefer the sand pit myself. What's that say
well,
on
see,
the
that's
dash?
what I was ignoring the sand pit and going across the road to the grass. That's a fun. I mean, we talked about it a little bit. That corner's so much fun, though. It's so annoying to learn, and so it's so annoying because, you know, like I probably have driven this track for 5 hours at this point, you know, and I still messed it up. So
Well, that makes me feel good. I practiced for like 14 laps and then that was it.
wrong layout to wrong combination, I should say, to not practice.
Yeah, that was a poor choice for sure.
And then you pick the wrong damn tires like a fool.
Yeah. Blind leading the blind, buddy.
That's exactly what it was. That is exactly what it was.
Gotta
Oh
be coming
man.
up on what? Does it say 28 laps? All right.
28 laps, and Jesse is on the final, so he will get 28 laps completed, or 29 laps completed. I don't know exactly how that reads, but we'll be on 27. Unless you got lapped twice. I don't know if you got lapped twice. I'm pretty sure I only got lapped once.
I better have only got lapped twice or I'm gonna go noose myself. Jesus.
I feel like he was probably within the, a handful of laps, probably would have got me again, but I think he took the 15-second advantage as let's just get it around and get done with it. As he does right there, Jesse takes the win, followed by Jake about a light year behind him.
State
and
Farm.
Let's see, second across the line is the fourth place driver. Then second place, so I think, oh, Chad must have just gotten lapped then. So Jesse laps all except for the top three.
That's impressive. That should be an award. We should give him a bonus point for that.
He doesn't need any bonus points.
It's true. We should take away points for that.
Yeah, he was unfair, I'll say.
Look at that. That was a beautiful entry.
That's an excellent finish.
at
Last
that.
across the line is me.
Look at that color.
Let's take a quick look at these standings here after that.
Oh, thank God. Is it over? Great.
It is.
Good deal.
Yep. So
Oh,
Jake
wait.
just 2 points ahead of Jesse now. Then Jake Johansson falls a little bit further back. I think his charge might be just over. Midfield, I lose ground to Chad, gain ground on you. And that's our we have a 3. We have a 3.
I think
We
I
have,
gained on
Zeus and-
Chad, right?
Well, Chad finished 4th, you finished 6th, so
No, I know. I think, though, did I? Oh, yeah, you're right. That doesn't make sense. So
So,
I must have
yeah.
passed him last race. Got it.
yep. Yeah, well, you last race was Watkins Glen where you got a podium, right?
Yep, I sure
So
did, huh?
that's where you gained a lot of ground.
Flex. Let's get
Flex. But yeah, so that wraps up Brands Hatch
There's the
with
degenerate
the
burnouts.
dreaded Datsun 240s. Yeah. Really wish that would have worked better.
Me too.
So next week, previous videos are failures, and this one is correct. Donington Park National Layout, Cooper Leon Competizione, or however you say that. That's either French or Italian, I don't know. I cannot say it very well, though.
I'm not going to try.
And
But
then
hey.
we wrap it up, as we've said, at Sebring. How long has that been like that?
I don't know. I don't usually pay attention to much. So
That has probably literally
forever.
been said Sebring the entire time.
That's
In the
perfect.
Mazda MX-5 Cup cars.
Please roast us in the comments.
Oh my gosh, please. Let me know. Someone go back and see what is the first appearance of Sebring, because... Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. Look at my wheels.
Yeah, what the hell? You
Completely
just jacked off
pointed
sideways.
in.
That's
Yeah,
not great.
I think I got ran into someone, and yeah, my wheels pointed in both directions, and That might be the same thing that's happening with Zeus at the moment.
Yeah. Hey, it did great burnouts. That was actually probably the highlight of this car, just for the record.
Yeah, the burnouts.
Yeah. If I ever buy one, I'm going to do it specifically for a burnout competition.
But that wraps it up, guys. Thank you for watching Brands Hatch with the Datsun 240Zs. Be sure to leave a like, hit subscribe, and again, come join us. If you want to drive with us, leave a comment down below. We will reach out. Anything else, my man?
Nope. We'll catch you all in the next one. Thanks again for tuning in, and follow us on Retro Hobby.
Keep it retro.
See ya.